is explain how Meghan and Harry came to be the two most despised persons. Give an overview of the catastrophes that this couple experienced. Welcome back to Kate Middleton and the Queen News Channel, my friends. We are approaching another weekend, therefore I will temporarily put the PR series on hold in order to focus on Meghan and Harry from Invictus. Looking back, we can categorically state that all of the rumors about Meghan Markle were accurate. We anticipated her personality and genuine character about 5 years ago. We'll attempt to outline how these two wayward royals become two of the most despised persons on the earth in this video. What has become more and more obvious over time is that Meghan Markle has always prioritized fame and wealth over everything else in life. She doesn't seem to care about who she hears from or whether what she says is accurate, as long as people are paying attention to her, as long as they're sharing her photos, as long as her name is in the headlines, she considers herself to be successful. For Meghan Markle, the list of things she considers to be successful is long. Meghan Markle says your job is not very complicated. Basically it's everybody else's job to make this nasty abusive horrible person look better than she really is or ever will be. For that matter, she doesn't care about any charities or about other people's lives or businesses being destroyed in the process. In the world that Meghan resides in, she views people as people who are for her or against her. It's very much a black and white world, and everyone is disposable. I mean everyone. Meghan is not going to change who she is. I don't even think she could if she tried. Making Meghan or the people who support her and make her look good or desirable is a very difficult job, and it's only getting harder. It gets harder every time Meghan does something that's offensive or rude or abusive, or in other words, every time Meghan reveals who she really is. The job to make her look better becomes more difficult. We all saw that incredibly offensive currency she did on Netflix, mocking the beloved Queen, somebody who is loved and respected by everybody in the world, and in the world we live in today that was no small feat. So it really speaks to what an amazing woman the late Queen was, and is not only the elderly who Meghan has been abusive towards, she also was incredibly abusive towards 3-year-old Princess Charlotte on the day she married Harry. If you go back and you look at the footage from that day, you can see the look that Meghan gave Princess Charlotte. I mean, if looks could kill, Princess Charlotte would have dropped dead right then and there. Meghan Markle has an unhealthy obsession with Princess Charlotte. That wasn't the only thing she did. She also was caught taking footage of Princess Charlotte while she was sleeping, and that was the night Edward and Sophie took them to the airport and they were sent to Canada to stay. It has been said that Meghan even stole jewelry from members of the royal family, and I believe it. I wouldn't put it past her. Of course the royal family is too dignified to validate or invalidate so many statements that were made by the public or anybody else, so we can't know for sure what is the truth and what is fiction. But here's what I believe, and why I believe these statements that have been made more than one time are absolutely true. I do believe 100 that Meghan took photos of the palace and the grounds, and she was planning to sell these photos for a lot of money, and I do believe that the representatives of the royal family went through Meghan's stuff before they gave it back to her to get back some harmful information and items that she was trying to nick. They needed to protect themselves, their assets and their safety, and I believe that as much as Meghan would love to abuse and hurt the royal family has information on, making a lot more information on Meghan than she is on them. You know, she's got a dirty past, and I'm sure they know all about it, and the Queen allowed Harry to marry Meghan, but I also believe a thorough investigation was done regarding her financial status, what she did in the past, the skeletons in her closet. I think all of that was carefully investigated, and everything about her was known before Harry was allowed to marry her, and I truly believe Meghan realizes she can't push the royal family into doing anything they don't want to do. I think the royal family already has more than enough information on her. They've certainly got enough money, and they've got enough clout to put her in prison if they wanted to, and they could probably put Harry in a psych hospital for a very long time if it's necessary, and I think this is a fact that Meghan and Harry are well aware of. I am 100% certain that Meghan Markle did commit perjury in a British courtroom, but I also suspect she stole enough jewelry from the royal family with a high enough value to arrest her and send her to prison for a long time. I believe the crimes and disturbances we have seen from Meghan and Harry shows they are unhinged, and if Meghan and Harry really do have kids living with them, then I'm sure both parents are a threat to the health and safety of the children, and I think that's part of the reason that Meghan and Harry lost the HRH styling and why their invisible kids will not permanently have the HRH styling, and they're going to be removed from the line of succession within the next 5 years. That is my prediction. I suspect they've already done DNA tests on the kids of Meghan and Harry, but they're not going to announce the results until after Prince William and his lovely wife Catherine are crowned as King and Queen of Britain and the Commonwealth. It makes sense to wait until the Wales kids are a little bit older, probably older teenagers or adults, and then they're going to make the announcement that a surrogate was indeed used to make both artificial and invisibed, and it's going to be less politically charged by that point in time. When the announcement is finally made, people are going to demand Meghan and Harry and their kids be removed from the line of succession, and then those problems are basically going to be solved, and that's going to be it for them. That will be the final straw that finally kills all the chaos surrounding Harry and Meghan for the rest of Harry's life. It won't matter at that point whether or not he's still married to Meghan. I mean, Harry and Meghan have done so many things at this point that they cannot take back, and after King Charles and Queen Camilla pass away, I don't think we're going to see any more scandals, because William will be king and Catherine will be known as Queen Catherine, and they have created for themselves and their kids an incredibly stable family life and marriage. They have good relationships with each other and with their children. Well, neither Meghan nor Harry looks like it's capable of having a good, intelligent relationship with anybody. I mean, Meghan only loves herself. It has been that way for her entire life, and because of who she is, her relationship with people starts and ends with herself. There's a good reason Meghan bought herself a watch and engraved the back of the watch saying it was a gift for her future version of herself. You who does a thing like that? I am so unimpressed with Meghan and Harry's behavior. They have to be the most narcissistic people in this world, but it looks like William and Catherine